So I tried making this video with the script. It didn't go too well. I have about 8 drafts of that script now. So I'm just going to talk. If you missed the first video, go check it out here. And yeah, I just wanted to talk mostly about Rebecca and Kiwi, since that was something that I forgot to talk about in the first video. Some people made some comments on it. But it is absolutely tragic watching Rebecca fall in love with David over the course of time. And it's a nice that she sticks to her character. You know, she literally at one point says, you know, should I try tall, dark, and ominous, or whatever she says. I don't remember exactly. I'll play the clip here.
You ever seen David dance? It's a riot.
Sounds preem. I think I'm gonna bounce. See ya.
Hey! I ain't good at playing just friends.
Considered shaking up your approach?
Yeah, how you figure? Instead of hot and loud, I'd try cold, distant, and nerdy.
But it's nice that she doesn't change her character to make David fall in love with her. She expresses her love through friendship, even though on her end it's more. And I think it's so tragic she didn't even get to finish these characters, or finish these conversations with these characters. Like, you know, she never got to finish her last conversation with Lucy, which, as someone who loves David, and she loved Lucy in a friendship and a crew kind of way before, and fell in love with David, it hurts. Like, her only goal was to help David help the one he loved, because she loved him. And the way that she just dies, it's so tragic. Just the way that it all plays out. And I think this is one of the things that is more obvious in Edgerunners, but the way that Kiwi, you know, Lucy says multiple times, and I think Kiwi says it in the show, never trust anyone in Night City.
Fucking mysterious. Even for you. Won't pry though. Never trust a soul in NC. Was me who taught you.
You? Oh yeah, remember that.
And Lucy says that Kiwi is the one who taught her that. And this is obviously the point of Kiwi's character, that, you know, she says never to trust anyone in Night City, and even the person that taught you that can't be trusted. The only person you can trust in Night City is yourself. And Kiwi does eventually have, you know, a character turn. She realizes what she's done wrong. She's harming the people that I at least think that Kiwi loves the crew. She just thought that price tag in corpo immunity would be worth more than what these people could offer her, and that's why she sold them out to Faraday. And the whole point of her character is to reinforce that lesson that you should never trust anyone in Night City, that it's just a city of people who want to harm you, people who want to go after you, you know, and especially the selling out to the corporations is something that, you know, it's corporations run this world. So if you have corporate immunity, you're sort of just set for life. You got a big paycheck and corporal immunity, even though, you know, she dies at the end. It's something that's super important. So there's a lot of talk in the comments of my last video on what the best ending is. My opinion, it's the one where you go with the Aldecaldos. There's not a 0% chance that you die. You're given a decent amount of time to live, and you get to spend it with the one you love. Depending on your playthrough, it would be either Judy or Pan. But it's the only ending where you get to spend the time with the one you love, and you sort of just enjoy your life. Now, as for the question of what I think the best ending would be, if we lived in a hypothetical world and I got to make the ending. If I wanted a happy ending, I would have to say it would be, with the way the game plays out, V would have to be transported into a different body because their body is already rejecting them. Johnny would take their body, and V would find, you know, another body, which would probably involve killing someone random, killing in air quotes, because the relic replaces the person that existed once it does its thing. That's why, you know, V had to get rid of Johnny. But it would be Johnny living in V's body and V finding another body, which is basically what happens when V gets stored in Mikoshi, or that's what we're left to think happens, at least, is that V finds another vessel. But it would be nice if there was a way that Johnny and V could exist in the same world without, you know, one of them has to go. V either dies because Johnny was in their body, or Johnny leaves or takes over V's body. Or, you know, in Phantom Liberty, V gets rid of Johnny. Another conversation happening in the comments of that video is what life path is the best. And I think they're all good in their own way. One of the comments said that the Corpo life path was the best because you already have a connection with Jackie. And I believe the comment said that you both got screwed over by Arasaka and you both already knew each other, so it's just like you taking revenge. Makes sense. I think Street Kid fits in best with the I want to become a merc, I want to go out in the blaze of fire. V was a merc already in the past, and then they came back after doing mercenary work somewhere else, and now they're back in Night City. And I think that's why it works so well with the I want to be known for something. I want to, blaze of glory. The nomad life path gives you a sort of more intimate connection, I feel, with the Aldecaldos. You're a lost nomad, and you finally found your new family. The way it starts is kind of boring. I mean, the lizard's kind of cool, but you just meet Jackie. I think Nomad's the most boring in my opinion, but it also does have this deeper meaning to it if you decide to romance Panem, or just do the Aldecaldo ending if you romance Judy. It's just, all of them have their own thing that makes them special. And me personally, I like Street Kid the most. It definitely gives that vibe of Night City's fucked me, but it's my home. I'm gonna do what I can to take my glory from it. And that leads into a lot of my mentality in the last video of V wants to be a merc, V wants to be a hero. Is Street Kid V was already being a merc for years before the events of the game. But I think it's bad to ignore that, Corpo and Nomad Life Path exist. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, which people talked about in the comments, is none of the endings being necessarily, and stated to be a good ending, a good thing. And I think it's personally lazy writing if you look at it on a surface level. On a surface level, no ending is a good ending. Is just, oh, well, I want to write a tragedy multiple different ways. But I think if you look beyond the surface level, there's a lot of good things that come from all these endings. Like, I know the title of my video is When Every Ending is the Bad Ending, but that's not the case. In the video, I talked about how Lucy got her good ending, and it was still sad, but it wasn't bad. Like, she does end up alone, but I figured Lucy's pretty young. She still has so much chance to grow and form herself as a person from the events that happen in the game. And although, she'll have to hide from Arasaka for her whole life, she can make something of her life. In the game, I think more of the endings are good than they are bad. There's very few endings in the game that give V a 0% chance to live. Like, there's still hope. And I think that's the big thing that these games try and teach you. I don't know a lot about the novels, the comics, the tabletop game, but the game and the anime, even when things go wrong, you can still hope. And I think that's what it teaches us. One of the commenters on my last video said that it was lazy writing, that it was just nihilistic writing that's very Americanized this day, and like a lot of the newer generations just have this nihilistic mindset. But I think that it gives us that nihilistic mindset of nothing matters, everyone will betray you, what's the point of whatever, it gives us that mindset so that it can give us hope. V never gives up hope of finding a cure, even when everyone tells you there's no cure, you've only got a few weeks, there's nothing you can do. V still tries. And I think that's the big thing about writing in this nihilistic mindset, is it's more than just that. And it's something you have to look under the surface to kind of understand, but I really like that style of writing. Now, that's all I really wanted to talk about, but if you've got some specific side mission you have, or event that happens in the games, let me know. I would love to talk about this game more. If you have something from the anime you want me to talk about, let me know. Maybe if these videos do well enough, I can check out some of the novels. I know that, there's a lot of characters that are explored deeply in there. But for now, that's all I've got to say on the topic. Maybe some more comments on this video will encourage me to make another short one. But besides that, everyone go check out the original video, and I hope everyone has a fantastic day. If you'd like to see more of my stuff, you can check me out on Twitch and TikTok. I also have been multi-streaming lately, so streaming on YouTube and Twitch. If you want to subscribe and turn on the notifications, you'll get notifications for when I go live.